With gyms all over the country closed due to lockdown, many people will be asking themselves the question, can I replace my bench press with push-ups? To answer this question, we must first decide on our goal. For the vast majority of people, the goal with bench press and resistance training in general is hypertrophy or muscle growth. The popular theory on muscle hypertrophy is that it takes between 8 and 12 repetitions for optimal growth. In terms of time under tension, popular belief is that it takes between 30 and 60 seconds for the best results, although there have been other arguments for longer durations. Although longer durations may be more effective, that's a longer argument and is best kept for another video. One of the first problems I see in effectively using the push-up for muscle hypertrophy is time under tension. People just do their reps too fast. Most people will argue that the push-up is simply too easy to effectively replace the bench press. But controlling the eccentric portion of the movement as well as a strong mind-muscle connection for the peak contraction can make a big difference with regard to effectiveness. Another area which should also be considered is proper form and technique. In calisthenics, we look for proper understanding of the hollow body shape, posterior pelvic tilt, protraction of the shoulders, and external rotation. When proper technique is understood and implemented, as well as effective time under tension, and the push-up is still too easy, then we need to look for other ways to increase the difficulty. Presuming that the reason for choosing push-ups over bench press is due to the current climate and the closure of gyms, as well as limited access to dumbbells and barbells, we can rule out the weighted push-up as a viable option. With access to weight plates or weighted vests, although the weighted push-up can be a very effective way of increasing the difficulty, it would still not be my favourite. Calisthenics is all about finding ways and means to increase the difficulty of an exercise without having to add an external load. Although calisthenics has many advanced pushing exercises which would be very effective for muscle hypertrophy in very strong individuals, I think that the skill base required rules out things like the handstand push-up or the 90-degree push-up. Some of these exercises can take years to perfect, and your average gym goer just trying to replace their bench press is not going to be concerned with these exercises. Our first viable contender, I believe, is the forward lean push-up. By incrementally leaning the shoulders forward of the wrists and increasing the lever, we can gradually increase the difficulty of the push-up. For most people, a slight forward lean will effectively increase the difficulty of the push-up. Over time, as the athlete develops in strength, they can continue to lean further past the wrists to increase the difficulty of the push-up. However, with the forward lean push-up, there are some setbacks, as with other advanced exercises like the handstand push-up. Understanding of technique will be vital to ensure that form breakdown does not occur. As well as that, significant increases in the strength and flexibility of the wrists will need to occur for more advanced leans, and this takes time. However, I don't think this will be of major concern to most, as very minimal forward lean can add significant difficulty, especially when aiming for hypertrophy rep range. Our next and probably most suitable candidate for increasing the difficulty will be unilateral movement. Here we can look at many ways of both increasing and decreasing the difficulty of the unilateral or one-arm push-up. Firstly, we can look at adding an incline to decrease the difficulty of a given push-up. The higher the hands are raised, or the steeper the angle of the body, the easier the push-up becomes. As seen in the archer push-up, the further we bring one hand away from the body, the less effective it becomes in assisting the other arm in the push-up. As the archer push-up may be too difficult for most on the floor, the use of the incline or gradually moving one arm further away from the body can be used to scale for hypertrophy. Because it's considerably easier to increase or decrease the difficulty of this push-up, it may be a better choice than the forward lean push-up for muscle hypertrophy. Again, for stronger athletes who may find the archer push-up on the ground even too easy, there is an option of moving on to the single arm push-up. Similar to the archer push-up, using an incline can be an effective way of developing the one arm push-up. Form breakdown on the one arm push-up is very common, so using the incline can be very effective. So what's the verdict? Well, I think that with proper technique, time under tension and methods of both increasing and decreasing the difficulty of the push-up, it can be very effective in building muscle. So what do you think, guys? Can the push-up effectively replace the bench press? Comment below. So don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, come join the team, hit that subscribe button. So would you guys like to see any more videos about calisthenics? If so, give a comment below.